Morning, guys. Today I'm going to tell you why I think you need to be a little bit patient before you execute your next trade. And I also want to just do a quick recap of where we were with all our trading from last week. So it's going to be an interesting one this week, though. And so let's get into this. So if we look at Bitcoin from a 4-hour time frame, remember that's a nice swing time frame environment where we can look for trades. And then from that point on, you can zoom in on smaller time frames and start executing your entries. This is basically where we left off. So I'm going to not switch on the analysis, the setups. So for the last month worth of setups, we tried to go long, didn't quite play out. The shorts did really well. There was a missed long opportunity, a nice short again, a nice long leading into a nice short, and then the big one, the continuation zone. The long that I shared last week, it kind of went a little bit below the entry of where we were, where I laid out the extremes for the pullback. But on the basis, you can see that the message and the trend and the analysis was on point with that. Now, full disclosure, guys, and I think everybody in my Discord group knows this. When there's a line, be careful. Don't never put your stop on the line. Always hide it a little bit lower. The reason being is everybody's going to do the same thing. You kind of create a nice ad there to say, come and take my money before we move on. Okay. So leading into this, what's the plan for BTC? And there's two parts to this. The first thing is I always, when we look at trading, I think the easiest way is to try and trade in harmony with the trend. Now, clearly, you can see where's the big harmonious moves. They are short moves, okay? And then the second thing is, if there is a lot of risk to one party's side, what happens is people and traders tend to try and hedge themselves, which creates solicitous tweets. I think that's the right word, like these. I mean, this thing had 2 million views over the weekend. Peter even sent this thing to me on a WhatsApp, and this whale opened 330 million short on Bitcoin. What does he know that we don't know? That kind of stuff, okay? And then the market pumped. And it's that kind of stuff that just basically, I just try and guard against it. So that's why we try and do these things kind of level-headed. So, Mr. Dreamcatcher, happy St. Patrick's Day, and let's talk about this analysis. So let's switch off the setups real quick. I said we're in a downtrend, and I think it's evident that we're there. This is the zone where I think hidden bearish divergence is going to kick in. So nothing has changed from around 86 onwards to around 92. I know it's wide, but it's your job to hunt within that area for your short. So we're leading and we're slowly but surely grinding up to this. But here's the scary thing. I'm going to scale this one time frame higher on the trader scale. Basically, I'm going to go to the daily time frame. And I'm going to look at bring in the RSI for you guys real quick. We've got strong bullish divergence. And I normally say that because it's labeled strong bullish divergence, it's a bearish signal. The reason being is, as long as price stays below the originating pivot, so consider the lowest point on the RSI, okay? As long as price stays below that, that actually just acts on an area where more momentum comes in. And what we're doing is we're consolidating below that area. So we're turning 84 into resistance. And that for me is the biggest danger sign that I can think of now for Bitcoin. Now, what could potentially happen, and this is the area why I say you need to wait for 86. A lot of people now going to be reacting on this kind of stuff, okay? Going short, irrespective of the little pump that we had. I see Matty's in the house, a few more people joining in. If you're new to the channel, guys, do me a solid. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Say hi to me in the comments. And let me know where you're in your trading journey. I think, are you at this stage feeling it? It's getting fed up with the market. I think market participation is going lower as well. So let me know where you guys are at. I would love to see where you guys are at. Okay, so those kind of news events, back to point, those kind of news events creates a lot of marketing for what potentially is going to happen. And that is all those retail shorts. They're going to have their stops hiding above these highs, okay? I can make the screen a little bit bigger for you guys. You can see maybe a little bit clearer. Let's take away the RSI. Which then means is if price then finds itself here, there's going to be a lot of short panic retail traders. Their promises to buy is going to be sitting in here, and that's the wick. So have your limit orders ready in there. And this means that my next setup that I'm going to share with you guys is based on that. I'm expecting the market to fail and push up and then go and push down to the low 70s. Okay. That's it. That's my analysis for now. Now, why would somebody, maybe a good question, this is on chain. So why would somebody take a big short like this at all-time short lows, as the trend is going strong? Well, for various reasons, guys. Think about it like this. I'm going to try and explain it in a way. If I'm going long on paper, I mean, I'm not buying it on spot. I'm borrowing money. There's interest, daily fees to be paid. 1 Bitcoin there. By the time that we're here, okay, that Bitcoin is $100,000. But the loan still 20, let's say 20K. Let's say you got it for 20K. Now it's sitting here at 100K. How many days has gone by from that time to where we are here? Let's have a look at it. 712 days. Okay, 712 days. Now, if I then go and say there's a daily swap fee of 0.0025% on the money that's borrowed, that's a fee. That gets charged to account. By the time you get here, those 0.025%, they've added up to something. So how do I mitigate that cost? Because I want to hold this long for as long as I can. That's by going short. Why? Because those that get long, goes long, they get billed minus 0.0025. I'm just using that as an example. It's going to be different from each exchange. Okay. But those that go short, they get paid 0.002%. Okay. The exchange always takes its piece. Okay. So there's a negative and a positive funding rate for that. The funding rate remains relatively negative for the majority because people would want to go long. That's the highest preference. So the fact that the short traders get paid to hold their position as opposed to getting money deducted, kind of creates balance. Otherwise, it's just one side to the market. You need to. And if I then hedge, it means that I might have bought, say, 50 million worth of BTC here. And now it's at the value of 300 and the fees is getting crazy because now we have confirmed that we've locked ourselves into a lateral range. Who's to say that this is going to go and it's going to remain, it might not chop around like this for another 2 years. We don't know. So if I want to mitigate the cost of doing business, hedging is the key to that. So please don't take those kind of orders or those kind of tweets serious. I used to fall victim to them every blooming time until I finally figured out how this thing works. Okay, that's it. Now, so you have your short, you have your setup on the 4-hour time frame. You kind of know where we're at. Let me just quickly take away all the brushstrokes, and you have a kind of an idea of what the market means and what it means to go and place big positions like that. A lot of times just to carry the cost. So here we are. So I want to try and bang in that short. And if we look at our track record now, we've had one failed long and a second failed long. And we have 1, 2, 3 successful shorts leading up to hopefully another one. And I'm going to keep holding preference over short and remain in my shorts for as long as we stay between these two lines, guys. Those are the significant 2 lines because we're trending down. It's as simple as that. Last little thing that I want to do before I leave you guys is this. I made a message of this as well. And I think don't hit play there. Come on, shush myself and stop. Okay. And that's the power of the doji. We had another weekly candle close. And it closed in a doji. When you have dojis, guys, this is a little bit more doji-ish than this, but typically the market sentiment is only turn bullish when we go above the extreme of the doji or go below. That's your job as a retail trader. Hedge funds would use all this chop to build the position. This is where they need or they farm for liquidity. There wasn't enough there. They had to engineer price back down. And they're going to farm more liquidity to either go see this thing drive down lower or higher. Now, statistically, if you have a look at this message, you'll see what I mean by that. Once you start creating these dojis, there's almost like a measured move approach to this. So whatever the gains was up to that point, there will be another helping of that to the upside or to the downside. Big candle, doji, normally another big red candle. That's why I want to try and remain bearish with you guys on the basis that the market's going to keep on pushing down. Okay, there you have it, guys. Have a lovely week. This afternoon, we'll do a little bit more of a fundamental look at stuff. We'll be looking at the HODL market, the investment market legacy. We'll recap on the news and all the market moving news from last week and kind of see where we're at within our altcoins, Ethereum, Cardano, and so forth. So we can have that. Okay. Now, quick reminder, video is brought to you by Blofin and Bybit. Now, typically what you need to do, if you've got a Bybit account, if you already supported me with any one of these links, just go to the Discord, go and claim your access. Go to the navigation channel and claim your access. Here's a good example of one that just claimed it over the weekend, guys. So there you go, Duli. All access have granted, all information that you would need to use the indicator, everything in there. So it's as simple as that. Just go and claim it. There's Buddy Indicator. You can outright buy it, or you can claim it through using any one of these channel sponsors. It's as simple as that. Click on the button, give me the user ID. And if it's all good, you're good. Okay. So make sure to use that, utilize that. Okay. Then lastly, I'll be trading live with everybody in my Discord as I do normally. So the live chart's going to start opening up again. And if you want to be part of that, guys, you want to trade with me, what you can do is you can use the Blofin promotion, or alternatively, you can just outright once off get your ass in that group. Okay. Once you're there, you're there. It's as simple as that. So once off, and that's it. That's what we do. We just try and get in on these gains and trade with, and I try and trade with everybody. So we spend the whole day, hunting for trades, setups, looking for everything. I share everything in channels, and I do an investment report in there where we can have a look at our larger time frame bags, dedicated question channels, and then not even to talk about the Buddy Indicator and the automated bot tools that's in the Discord. So why would you not do that? Okay. You have a lovely day. Thanks so much for taking the time. Oh yeah, and then as a last little thing, guys, make sure when you do sign up, I do get that sometimes, that you do have the correct links in there, guys. So typically make sure that Crypto EMC is in there. Okay. The same for the Blofin. Just make sure that those are there so you don't end up claiming and not getting any word back, because if those things don't appear, none of the systems in the Discord will work. There you have it. Have a lovely day, guys. Excited about the week. There's a big move coming our way, guys. We're going to make a hell of a lot of money. We just need to be a little bit patient. Let this doji play out. Wait for the setup. Wait for the shakeout. Act on the shakeout, and then we'll grab it. Cheers, guys.